Hola, 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 hola. Estamos ya en directo, voy a comprobar que todo esté en orden. Me meto en mi canal. Bueno, antes que nada, buenos días por la mañana, chicos y chicas. Bueno, seguramente lo veáis en diferido, o sea, cuando ya esté resubido, pero bueno, para mí son buenos días. Y, y para la gente que me ve desde Latinoamérica, que somos poquitos los que me ven, pero alguien me ve, pues buenas noches supongo, es ya de madrugada. Pero bueno, para mí son buenos días. Y vale, esto bien. Conecto el speed chat. Vamos a ver si esto se escucha el juego. Pero bueno, para mí son buenos días. Y vale, esto bien. Conecto el speed chat. Vamos a ver si esto se escucha el juego. Vale, todo correcto. Pues vamos a empezar. Continuar. Vale, nos habíamos quedado aquí, es verdad. Habíamos terminado de hablar con el dios de los elfos y ahora teníamos que hablar con Maldolor.
See? What did I tell you? Little gods. So, who did you meet? What did you learn and all that?
Her eyes go wide.
Go on then. Show me what he taught you. I don't. Now go on. Perfect. You really are God-woken. I'm happy. Oh, how unbecoming. Come then, we set sail, your destiny awaits, etc.
Malady beckons you to the boat.
After you, darling.
Vale, pues vamos a escapar por fin.
Malady grabs the vessel with two hands and pushes it into the water. She hops on board behind you.
God-woken. Wait till she finds out.
Salty water mists your face. Your skin prickles in bright, warm sunlight. The boat bobs forward through the water, and Fort Joy shrinks behind you.
Tired but victorious, the party made for the Lady Vengeance. The horrors of Fort Joy behind them. They arrived as sorcerers. They left as God-woken. The fate of this God-forsaken world now rested on their shoulders.
Ojo.
Or at least, on the shoulders of one of them.
Y sus compañeros también.
What's that, Quercus? Do you have something?
A light sea breeze kisses your cheek and carries away the smell of blood wafting up from the deck. In the distance, Fort Joy looms.
I've no sympathy for those who die in the line of duty, especially as odious a duty as those dead magisters held.
I'll be damned if I ever set foot on that island again. Don't care who I have to bury.
Bad luck to let the dead linger aboard. As soon as we get moving, we ought to clear the deck. Onward now. The sooner Fort Joy disappears from the horizon, the better. Perhaps the Seekers need help manning the ship.
A ver, ¿qué quieres tú? Esto es más pesado.
Well, this is a fine sight. Utterly barbaric, of course, destroying a tree and turning it into a boat. Grotesque, but, well, look at it, Quercus. A floating nest, surrounded on all sides by salt water, pure poison to a tree's root. The great acorn could never reach us out here. Well, yes, of course we'll continue our research, Quercus. We're not monsters. Still, I must admit, you were right about the shield. It proved to be more than adequate. Oh, yes, it seems our shield is still here, Quercus. How does something so large and ungainly sneak up on a person? You give the giants too much credit, Quercus. I think the salty air has addled your mind. It has certainly been useful, but elegant, kind, surprisingly attractive.
Uy, uy, uy. Cada corno que ese.
No, we have no time for your fawning. We may be safe, but the world is not.
Hostia, estoy lleno. Está lleno de muertos.
Sendelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
¿Y esta? ¿Es una elfa también? Sí.
Don't go any further, Godwoken. We need you alive. The ship won't sail. We had orders to search every corner of it and figure out what's blocking us. It's hewn from elven livewood. I thought I could communicate with it, but...
She glances over towards a smouldering pile of ash on the deck nearby. Something is nestled within it.
That was Brendan. When the ship wouldn't answer my call, he touched the figurehead, and it attacked him, without warning. He burned, like he was made of parchment.
Her eyes flick over to the smouldering ashes once again, her head held at a
Thank you. We were held captive together, on this ship. He kept my spirits up. Nothing. The ship is livewood, that much is clear. But I couldn't communicate with it. The Magisters must have done something. Just remember what I said, Godwoken. If you die...
Vale, pues entonces lo que tenemos que hacer es que el barco se mueva de alguna manera. ¿Qué va? ¿Qué tiene nombre este NPC?
I remember this one. His name was Kaban. His friend's sword couldn't save him, it would appear.
Ah, coño, es verdad, es el herrero, joder.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
Pues ha muerto. Y lo hemos looteado.
Spare me, Gareth. We got what we came for. This is what success looks like.
I won't see them tossed overboard. Not here. We'll hold a proper service.
What's his face and so would want us to get this ship sailing before all else. They died for those Godwoken, after all.
You know their names, Malady. Can't you even pay them that much respect?
Gareth inhales sharply, then catches you out of the corner of his eye.
Our guest stirs. Welcome, Godwoken. Glad to see you safely aboard.
Very glad indeed.
Soldado.
Too many.
One too few, actually. Alexander, he's alive. Apparently didn't hit hard enough.
He's in the hold below decks. Unconscious, but alive. Question him. Someone has been hunting your kind, and Alexander fancies himself the only Godwoken worthy of ascending. As far as we know, you may even be the last still alive. If Alexander is guilty, he'll face justice.
Ole, ahora torturarlo.
Nothing on any of the dead bodies. Maybe there's something below decks.
¿Qué hace aquí el príncipe rojo, tío? Si no lo hemos traído con nosotros. Bueno, vamos a bajar. Ahí estoy, fan. Vamos a preguntarle a ver si se puede unir a nosotros, a ver si tiene algún diálogo.
I was just getting used to this seafaring life. You know, we could... from the look in your eye, I gather it's time to grab my things and get back to work. Ready? We'd probably get tired of this view soon enough.
Vale. De vuelta. Vamos a reunir a nuestro grupo. Si lo encontramos por aquí, claro. Que deberían estar por aquí, han subido conmigo al barco.
Let's team up, you and me. What do you say? Now, onward!
Y ahora nuestra maga. Vale. Esta me suena.
You approach the figure and find yourself face to face with an undead skull. Its bone is intricately designed, and a jewel sits on its
Oh, please. Yes, you have never seen such a remarkably fine If you must know, there is an excavation site at the Black Pits on Reaper's Coast. I go to seek answers. The only treasure worth digging for. I was investigating a site where several artifacts of my people have been found. Alas, I was not the only one there. Those red-robed idiots were... They caught me when I failed to correctly respond to their questions, and dragged me here. Still, it's good to be on the move again. They simply asked me what I was doing there, and I simply... I may have used the phrase pathetic mortals. Come to think of it, I'm... Damn fools. The faster we leave them behind, the happier I shall be.
Vale,
Is
pues...
that so? I need to travel to the Black Pit's oil field near Reaper's Coast. But my attempt, given how well you handled yourself in Fort Joy. So, how about it? I travel with you and aid you in your various chores and tasks, while you help me to remain incognito. Really? Really? Better off. There's no accounting for taste.
Es que ya tengo mi grupo montado, ¿sabes, Fanny? Lo siento. ¿Y dónde está? Lo sé.
All that fighting will be worth less than nothing if we can't get it.
How you doing? You creatures with your legs and arms and your opposable thumbs. You always want to steer the ship. You need to trust the ship. Talk to the figurehead if you don't believe me. That's always entertaining. For me, anyway.
¿Dónde está? Lo sé, tío. A lo mejor está abajo con el maestre. ¿Y este quién es? No sé, pero no podemos pasar para allá.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice it's unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and creaks. For a moment, you swear a face appears in the wood. A face tortured, the face vanishes. The thud of your fist upon the wood resonates deeper than you'd expected it to. It turns into what sounds like a moan. The door remains unmarked. The anguished face appears, then vanishes.
Pues nada. No me voy a romper la cabeza por entrar aquí, también te digo.
Speak to me if you're looking for hired help. I've got good fighters of every... So, what'll it be?
Yo lo que quiero encontrar es a Lose. O Seville, también estaría muy guapo, Sí, creo que vamos a contratar a Seville. Bueno, espérate.
My. Look what the ship's cat... You were on that luckless lot of timber that met with one tentacled... Oh, but you've come a long way. Just as I have. Rather boring, sometimes, to travel by oneself. We could see where the road takes us together. By all means, I'm not going anywhere.
Va a coger a Lose que está aquí. Nuestra maga de magia élfica.
From the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
Magister Ran. Hey, don't I know you from somewhere? So, we've got quite the task on our hands, haven't we? I have to admit, the whole thing is very intriguing. The old band back together again, I guess that... Look at me.
Alosa leans back slightly, thin arms crossed in front of her chest, and stares at you defiantly from dark eye sockets, darker and deeper set than when you first met. She blows back a lock of white hair, matted with sweat and grime, and holds back a smile from the corners of her lips.
Seriously? Look at me. I look like lukewarm death. This isn't a joke anymore. You see that, don't you?
La respuesta que le he dado.
I want to make sure you understand, well, the risks.
Magister Randy, Corker's mate, the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Can't you say anything else?
You don't get it. I'm dangerous. You have to pay attention. You have to be willing to hurt me if I'm hurt. Can you do that? Either you'll do it or you won't. You have to choose. Do I ever? Still sore from... At the time, I wanted you to defend me. I didn't realize how bad things had gotten. I know better now. Something like that happens again, you do what needs to be done. Deal? Well, all right then.
She pinches your cheek, a sparkle in her dim grey.
I knew I could count on you to murder me in a pinch. Let's go, Chief.
Madre mía. Bueno, es que quiero reunir al viejo grupo, ¿eh?
If it were up to me, you'd be
The Seeker flexes her arms stiffly. Her joints.
I owe you, Godwoken. Without your help, I'd likely still be a prisoner around here. Not guard.
She nods her thanks and immediately winces, laying her hand on the back of her neck.
Good luck getting anything out of either of them. Our special guest is out cold. And the other one ain't all right then, just... I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again. I ought to
A
check
young
you up
magister paces around the brig, fussing over Alexander's unconscious form. She leans over and applies it. She notices you observing her. She straightens her back and sets her jaw in a defiant scowl.
Ya está. Yo me he tenido que quitar los cascos porque iba a estornudar.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. That's all the information I'm giving to any of you lot. So stow your questions, elf. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Corker's mate, Lady Bloody Vengeance.
The Magister pauses, takes a deep breath and...
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Ranley, Corker's mate.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, his eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Bruises swell beneath his eyes, and a shallow gash zigzags from his right ear down to his beardless cheek. Unconscious, he looks more boy than bishop. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean and folded them neatly over his abdomen. They rise and fall in shallow, jagged swells. You can't quite make out the details. You need to get closer.
Get away from him, sorcerer. That's the Divine. All right. Don't harm him. I'll be watching.
Vamos, la persuasión ha funcionado.
Ivan grabs you by the sleeve, not hard, but insistent.
Let me work on him. I've got questions that need answers. Answers I can only get from him.
Ivan approaches Alexander, who lies flat on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, Alexander's eyes are only half closed. His swollen jaw hangs open at an odd angle. Ivan grabs him by the jaw and shakes, violently. Alexander's face contorts with agony and his eyes flutter.
Why did you trigger the death fog before the elves had a chance to escape? Why? Why?
No matter how loud Ivan shouts his questions, there is no response from the unconscious Alexander. He reaches his arm back, and you realize he intends to punch Alexander in the face. Ivan's fist connects with Alexander's cheekbone, and you hear the stomach-curdling crack of bone. Blood. Without a word, Ivan strides up.
No.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. Though unconscious, a beautiful six-sided gem rests on the bishop's chest, hung round his neck by an ordinary oiled rope. The gem sits heavily in your pouch. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean. Them neatly over. Bruises swell beneath his eyes.
Vale, lo que me hacía falta era la gema esa.
Bloody magisters.
If it were up to me, you'd be swinging from the end of a rope, not locked up in here.
¿Y esto? Será para hablar con el barco. Ah, no, me puedo cambiar de apariencia nada más empezar cada acto. Lo voy a dejar como está, me gusta así. ¡Ojo! Un montón de oro. Aquí están los dineros. A ver si conseguimos convencer a la puerta para que nos deje entrar.
The door seems like any door, at least at first. Then you notice its unblemished wood. There is no knot, no scratch, no dent to detract from its apparent perfection. The wood groans and the face vanishes. The anguished face appears once more. It dips its forehead towards you and waits. A shudder of pleasure racks the figure in the door. It seems to breathe.
No entry allowed. Please use the port side door. Listen up so I don't have to repeat myself again. I am not an entry door. Fine. Answer the security question.
Mierda.
Attacking wastes your time and... Enter through the port side door. That won't get you anywhere.
Bueno, pues vamos por aquí.
I am summoned. Speak the password. No.
Era imposible que funcionase, mierda.
The elven mind is as simple. This is the state. Your knuckles will...
cuál será la contraseña, tío.
There's something to these doors I'm not seeing.
Hey! You're here! There's got to be another way to get it going, but we can't find a way into Dallas's room. Maybe you can see...
Vamos a reunir a nuestro grupo otra vez, que se han separado.
I'll keep an eye on the red until the cage is locked again.
Pues no sé, estoy un poco perdido, ¿eh?
I've plenty of fighters for hire. Experts in... Oh, I see you have a full
Espérate, vamos a preguntarle a esta, al ayudante, si sabe la contraseña, y si hay que torturarla, se la tortura.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance. Magister Ranley, Corker's mate...
Joder, macho.
Bishop Alexander lies supine on a bare wire cot. The bishop's white robes are stained with blood and dirt. He appears shrunken in their billowing mass. Someone has wiped the bishop's hands clean. Bruises swell beneath his eyes.
Being behind bars suits you, murdering scum.
Magister Ranley, Corker's mate of the Divine Eminence vessel, Lady Vengeance.
Ahora tomar por culo. Por pesado. Y no me da ninguna pena que los maestros estos son unos hijos de puta. ¿De dónde puedo sacar la contraseña, tío? A lo mejor la he matado y tenía que sacársela a ella, ¿eh? Lo más probable.
The silent monk leans forward slightly and stares at you straight. The silent monk leans from eager to...
Lo han mandado a esperar aquí por algún motivo o algo.
We have to find a way to get this ship moving. We can't let the Magisters catch up with us. We're too weak to fight them again.
Mesa de trabajo. Será para hacer armas, supongo. Vamos a intentar resolver nosotros el acertijo y si no ya pues lo miro en YouTube como hago siempre.
Nothing. Empty as Dallas's heart.
Son NPCs de los básicos, no me van a decir nada. Vamos a subir.
There you are. I was just thinking of you. Dying to hear them, pure breed.
Her face crumples into a mask of concern.
Why, because I care, of course. A bit early in our relationship to question my motives, don't you think?
Voy a ir a hablar con este. Sí.
Sendelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren.
Before you is a towering figurehead carved in the likeness of a dragon. It looms over the bow, its fangs bared at the open sea.
There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern, however.
Searing pain races up your arm. The ship senses you. It's angry. The pain intensifies. It's spreading past your arm, across your chest.
Mierda. Voy a cargar. Que no tengo suficientes pociones para curar esto.
Sendelius, hear my prayer. Show us the way.
Before you is a towering...
There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining. It almost looks like a pattern, however.
The figurehead continues its vigil over the seas. The detail is remarkable. It looks like it could turn...
There's an odd mark on the side of the figurehead. Battle damage, weather staining.
Creo que voy a buscarlo en YouTube, no me gusta estar parado en un videojuego.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril. Sendelius, pray to you for my Seeker brethren. Show us the path to salvation.
A ver. Vale, sencillo, no he tardado nada, tenía que lootear todos los cuerpos. Todo esto lo podría haber conseguido simplemente haciendo lo que he hecho hasta ahora, lootear.
Hear my prayer. Show us the way forward. Deliver us from peril.
y ya está. Y de hecho es el primer cuerpo que hemos encontrado. Vale, no, había que bajar más. Vamos a ver directamente si podemos entrar a la de los tesoros.
No entry allowed through the starboard stateroom.
Bueno.
This is the stateroom. Authorized personages only. Yes, and yes again.
Ojo, subimos de nivel todo. Puta madre. A ver. Uno de constitución y uno de fuerza. Uno a dos manos. Verdugo. Y eso se lo tengo que poner a Ifan también, ¿eh? Uno de constitución y uno de inteligencia. A ver si teníamos algo que aprender siendo lose. Demo técnico, venga. ¿Y dónde está lo de memoria? Ah, vale, ahí. Pues no sé para qué le he dado. No le he gastado para nada, pero bueno. Fuerza. Empuñar dos armas. Y aquí había uno Aquí. El de 2 armas. Pericia. Canalla al 3. O recuperación de flecha, que es lo que mejor le viene a Ifan. Le voy a poner el bastón enano mágico, que es mejor que el que tiene ahora mismo, lo sé. Y este para mercancía. Se me han quedado 3 tarros de alma. Solo me hacía falta la de la sacerdotisa. La voy a meter en la mochila. Vamos a aprender esta habilidad con Lose. Esto añadir a mercancía. Esto para Lose, que es de aire. Añadir a mercancía, porque no sé para qué es. Añadir a mercancía. No creo que crafte ítems en esta partida, tendré que aprender para más adelante. Equipar. Equipar con Lose. Mercancía. A ver, ¿y esto? Ah, vale, sí, es que es mejor la que tenemos, creo. ¿O no? 23, 25. Me gusta más el hacha de cabeza de lobo, aunque este tenga uno más de daño. Añadir a mercancía. Mercancía, mercancía. 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 Vale, ya estamos. Pues vamos a hablar con este.
Just one more moment, please.
He clicks together two halves of some type of gauntlet sitting...
And there. Rescued at last, am I? To whom do I owe my thanks? I'm a prisoner, of course. Do you think I'd be sitting here calmly if I was a Magister holdout? That infernal Dallas woman left me trapped here, too weak to escape. It seems I'm in your debt. Dallas took a particular interest in me and my skills. She kept me here to do her bidding. Until you took her flagship from right under her nose, it seems. I've offered my services for gold in the past, yes. But my lady...
He extends his arm and pushes up the sleeve. Beneath, the skin is withered and
She used some form of domination device on me, forcing my hands to do her bidding, and I've ruined them in the process. Well, the situation is looking immeasurably better now. So why don't you tell me all about
Así
my
que este era un esclavo al servicio
To whom
de...
do I owe my thanks?
Un esclavo que le estaban poniendo magia, le estaban usando magia para que usara sus manos en contra de su voluntad. Pues para eso, para servir a los maestros.
You undersell yourself. The roster of those I ought to continue what I'm doing here. Unless there was anything else. Took it? No, no. I made it. Have you... As I said, the Magister's left me weakened. But this will help give me the strength to... Despite what she did to me, I can't help but admire the woman a little. If you cross paths with her, be sure to break her. Oh, cast spells, tinker with relics, meddle with the laws of nature, all the sorts of...
He clicks the gauntlet into place around his withered forearm.
That damn contraption that she used on me seems to have fogged my memory. The rest is a blur. Trust me, convenient is the last word I'd use to describe the experience. Pass me that copper wire there, would you?
He takes the copper with a nod of gratitude. His sleeve slips back, above his elbow. In its crook, you see part of a...
Perhaps my memory will come back with time. But for now, I'm afraid there's little... I'm doing my utmost to be civil to you, under rather trying circumstances. Why must you push me like this? I'm more than a sum of my parts friend, indeed. But I fear you might have come to the wrong calculation about me.
The Seekers are too trusting by half. We can't just let this...
I'm not perfect myself. But
Something tells me that he'll only bring us woe. But I can't judge him. Yet.
Voy a confiar en Ifan.
Unperturbed, he holds up his index finger in a one-moment pleased...
Ah, that's better. The hard way?
Boom. Es fuerte este, ¿eh? Vamos. Dios. Le ha quitado toda la armadura mágica a 3 de ellos y a Lose, que tiene un montón de armadura mágica, pues le ha quitado un tercio. Un cuarto más bien, pero bueno. Vale, poneros al frente los que vaya a reventar a este tío. Y los demás dais la vuelta. Joder. He gastado los puntos de acción, tío. Cago en la puta. De madera, ole. Joder, pero si me ponía que no estaba bloqueado, tío. Samadel. Pero está como enemiga. O como amiga. Ah, como amiga, vale. Vamos a ver si puedo derribarlo. Y así se salta su turno. Sí. Puta madre. Listo. Siete pergaminos de resolución. Toma. Orbe de la fuente. Vamos a ver qué se puede hacer con el orbe de la fuente este. Mierda. Joder, he gastado 2 panas. Esto se usa en combate. Soy retrasado, tío. Equipar. Esto para lose. Esto a la mercancía porque tampoco me sirve de mucho. Que no me deja añadirlo a la mercancía. Bueno, vamos a dárselo a la bestia que creo que es suyo. Dios, un escudo con 74 de armadura física. A ver que no tenemos a nadie que use una sola arma. Añadir a mercancía esto también. Esto para Rose que le da aeroturbo. Esto para bestia. Estoy pensando si quitarle un hacha a bestia. No, es que ya le hemos mejorado mucho lo de la lucha a 2 manos. No nos conviene. O sea, la lucha con 2 armas, quiero decir. Y este lucha a 2 manos también tiene mucho, así que añadir a mercancía. Le hemos hecho un colgante especializado. Aura evasiva, ¿qué es? Ole, está guapo, está bien. A ver, bestia, que se ponga este anillo, que es el suyo. Este colgante. ¿Ifan le he dado algo? No. Pues ya está. Vamos primero a ver si podemos entrar a por los dineros. Pues la pirámide de teletransporte lo que me lleva hasta aquí. Vamos a guardar antes de hacer nada porque no me fío un pelo de mi intuición.
A pyramid. What on Riverlon is this for?
Only one way to find out. Try using it.
Hostia, loco. Y hay 2. Y tienen... ¡Buah! 309 de vida, loco. Mira, de momento está acorralado, así que este al menos se va a ir a la verga dentro de poco. Bueno, eso es dentro de poco. Vale, la armadura al menos se la hemos quitado ya. Y Fan está sin armadura ya también. 2 está sin armadura ya también. Y está envenenada. Voy a crear un tótem. Y voy a bendecir a Ifan que está sin armadura. Bueno, mejor a nuestro líder.
glory is mine.
Vamos ahí, bestia. Enséñales cómo lo hacen los enanos. Muy bien ahí. Ahora uso la de barrido. Vamos a terminar con este primero.
Glory is mine.
Crea otro tótem. Y tírale una descarga eléctrica, aunque tiene todo el escudo, pero bueno, algo hará. Joder, no llego, tío, si están en medio todos. No llego, loco, tengo que saltarlo.
Those guards or victims?
Both, I fear.
Y aquí puede ser que haya algo útil. Esto... Vamos a comprobar.
What's this? I found something.
Vale, pues vamos a por el siguiente pirámide de transporte.
Another pyramid.
Ah, vale, creo que ya sé para qué me sirven, ¿eh? Voy a intentar tirar una dentro de la cámara de los tesoros. Aunque no parece que quepa, pero bueno, lo voy a intentar. Mierda. Bueno, un momento, voy a ir a por café y tabaco, que ya me estoy poniendo nervioso. Voy a dejarlo por aquí de momento y luego en una horita o dos vuelvo a abrir directo cuando tenga tabaco y esté un poco más relajado, porque ahora mismo tal, pero bueno.